Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Radiant Tale, continuing where we left off in just starting into chapter 6, which is full in Pashalia route. Which, I mean, surprise! I think we knew we were getting there. Anyway, the next day. Okay, so now we're gonna go through the little montage of teaching him and stuff. Okay, because I was like, I guess that makes sense. Did we do this the last time we went? And we were like, we went to the town, set up our tent, and then we did that. I can't, guys, it's been a long time. I'm going to adjust my headset here.
Like this?
That's right. You did really well. Pashalia was helping Calivis practice his magic. We'd gone to the outskirts of Kalita in case the prince made a mistake. I only tagged along because Pashalia was acting weird yesterday. I guess I was worried for nothing. They're both working really hard.
I'm imagining snow is freezing rain. Will that work?
Yeah, even the book said it's formed from water vapor in the atmosphere, so it's more or less freezing rain.
Water, rain.
Clovis raised his hands in the air. Small clouds spread out above our heads, and snow. Rain?
Oh, sorry. Ice. Think frozen.
Ah! How? To think you can release this much water. This is not the time for compliments! Stop, Calivis! Stop the rain!
Oh, okay.
Kid made a thunderstorm. I'm not gonna lie. Like, hey, Pashalia, can you learn to do this? It's like a nice, beautiful day where you can have a picnic and it's a nice, crisp spring or fall day where the air is cool, it's sunny, and you know what I mean? Like, those are great, you know? But sometimes you're like, could you just make it thunderstorm? I just want to curl up under a blanket with some, like, hot coffee or tea or whatever you like to drink and, like, just listen to the thunder. God, love a good thunderstorm. Man, I think the thing with that is I grew up in Florida. Like a child. Most of my childhood was spent in Florida, and, like, thunderstorms were, like, a daily occurrence. Like, it was like, oh, here it comes. So, like, thunder and lightning and then, like, hurricanes and shit like that. I mean, when you're a kid, you don't really think of hurricanes the way you do as an adult. You're like, oh no, panic attack goes the roof, and shingles, and tornadoes, and oh my god, we're all gonna drown. And, like, you think of, also, weather is way worse now than it was, like, 100 years ago. But, like, when you're a kid, thunderstorms and hurricanes, you're like, it's just, like, wind and thunder, and the clouds were so dark, and it's, I don't know, I just always I was never afraid of thunderstorms. I love them, you know? I think my only fear of them now is because, oh god, what if the roof leaks and the property damaged? I don't even own the place, I rent, but I still don't want my shit getting damaged. I still don't want to deal with, like, holes in the roof and the people have to come into my damn house. I don't want to deal with any of that, even if I don't own the property. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the trauma. Also, my apartment in my old apartment's roof used to leak. And then, even though they replaced the roofs on every single building in the complex, oh, except for mine, because, quote unquote, it wasn't done that long ago. I've complained several times since I had moved into that building that my roof was leaking. So that should have been the call. Let's just freaking replace it. No, we did 99 out of 100. I don't know how many buildings, but carports, garages, everything. Literally every fucking building in this complex. But mine. I had to call multiple times because my roof was leaking. And the fact that then after that point, they were, like, leaf blowing or doing whatever on the roof, like, to get all the tree leaves and whatever. I mean, obviously it's probably a fire hazard. So, you know, you get someone up there to clean off the roofs. Okay. Well, they obviously stepped on something, cracked something, like a shingle, whatever, that was probably already damaged and gross because, again, we didn't replace our fucking roof. And then there was water literally pouring when it rained into my closet. Thanks. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm pretty sure that's why several pairs of my shoes were ruined. And it's not because they got wet, it's just the moisture that was probably in the fucking roof, like in the attic area, that crawl space area that like was just in there. Just sitting in there like fucking, oh god. God knows how much mold was in my nasty. But anyway. And so as an adult, thunderstorms and rain are like, no god, but you still also, I love them! Even when you're sitting there and all of a sudden the thunder and the lightning happen and it's really loud, and you're like, Jesus Christ, it's scary as shit, but I love it! I don't know. But still, days like this are beautiful too. It's actually a really nice day here. Sunny and cold. It's fucking freezing. I had to turn my fucking heat on. Okay? Guys, like, freaking, like, the end of October, it was, like, kind of hot for being October. Now it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's, like, not even 40 degrees with the shit. I'm sitting here with a blanket on, my toes are cold. As I turn the heat on downstairs for my birds, not upstairs. Upstairs, I'm like, no, we'll deal with the cold. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Just overnight, it went from being like living in the South, normal, to like, what the fuck? It's winter? Like, what the shit? November happened and it's cold now. I don't. That's weird, but sure. Nature paying us back for the fact that it wasn't even Halloween and all the Christmas shit's coming. I hate that. It's not. It is past Halloween now, but like, it wasn't even Halloween. Why the fuck is the Christmas shit being put out? No! Stop! I don't care if you fuck up Thanksgiving. Nobody really gives a shit. So, like, fine. But, like, Christmas shit should not come out until at least November. Get out of here. There are rules. Sorry, Thanksgiving. Nobody cares. Anyway. It was too late. We were drenched from head to toe.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Rather, I should thank you.
Huh?
It's good to get wet, and I was kind of thirsty anyway. See, and then, okay, alright, so he says shit like this, like, and he was always, like, it feels good to get wet, he was really thirsty, like, he was chugging that water in the event, right, when we went to Ferris, like, and then when we saw that flashback, his hands look cracked in parts, so I'm wondering if, like, you know what I mean, like, whatever's going on with you, like, there's something tying this with, like, that. I don't think this is just like, nah, it's cool. It was getting a little warm, so we cooled off. Where you're trying to make the kid feel better. I feel like it's less that and more, maybe a little bit of that, but still, something's wrong with Pashalia. Pashalia closed his eyes as if savoring the sensation. It struck me as strange, though. See, even she gets it. I doubt he's feeling that good just from getting rained on. Hey, sorry to burst your bubble, but we're gonna catch a cold at this rate. No, we're not. That's not how it works. Oh, I have a point. Clivis, can you use your wind magic to help her dry off?
Eat? Well, what if I fail again?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking end up in Oz. Fine. Calm down and pray that she won't get sick. And don't worry about me. Just focus on her. What? But Pashalia, and then like we look over and you're like, why are you like dry and blistering? I'm fine. Come on, Clivis. Give it a try. Yeah, because he's like soaking up the water. Are you a mermaid? Like, this is like a splash situation where all of a sudden we're going to walk in and you got a tail in the bathtub. Like, after saying so, Pashalia backed up a few steps. Clivis was hesitant, but after he saw how wet I was, he held out his hands with a serious look on his face. The next instant, a warm gust of wind surrounded me, caressing my body. It's lovely, like a gentle breeze. I closed my eyes, enjoying the feeling. When I opened them again... Oh, wow! I'm dry already!
Did I succeed?
Totally! That was awesome, Clivis! You nailed it! Clivis plopped down on the ground. Evidently, he couldn't believe it.
Thank goodness. I didn't want you to catch a cold. That was all I could think about.
It's because of your strong sense of responsibility. But you're taking this too seriously, Clivis. Pashalia walked back to his original spot. He'd been soaked before, but now only a few locks of his hair were damp. See, he's like absorbing this water. Like, see, what did I say? I'm like, he's gonna be like super dry. Yeah. Did you dry yourself off? Oh, I guess the spirit sucked the water out of my body. Like how he's like looking off like, yeah, not meeting our eyes right now. Something's going on. I can't wait to figure it out. That makes sense. Michelia is a contractor. I like it. We're like, sure, I guess, right? Something still didn't feel right to me, but I could only believe him for the time being. You'll only become distracted and fail if you let every little thing get to you. So, how about you relax a little? No one will scold you, even if you mess up. Shalia patted Calivis on the back and smiled.
But
Although you failed to conjure snow this time around, you summoned the wind just fine. You did great.
Thank you.
He's so adorable when he blushes. Tears rolled down Calivis's face as he mumbled his thanks. Maybe there was more weighing on him than we knew. Like his responsibility as royalty, as Shalia said, or his impatience to grow. While we couldn't completely understand, we could be there for him and cheer him up if he needed it. Above all, even if things don't go the way you want them to, someone is acknowledging your effort. I truly understand how happy and encouraged that makes you feel. We lingered quietly by Calivis's side until he calmed down. And we said, "Do it again, you little bastard!" I'm kidding. A few days had passed since the downpour incident. Calivis learned from his mistakes and started showing some real improvement.
Morning, Vilio.
Sup? You're up early, huh? Practicing again?
Yeah, I'm this close to making it snow.
Pashalia did say you were approaching a breakthrough. He can freeze the water now, so it's only a matter of time. Yep, he used Pashalia's water flowers as a reference and made his own ice flowers.
Let's go, boy. Does that mean his mana's stable now, too?
Ha, I'm glad we have Caliphus with us. It's really reassuring. So now we got 5 people who can use magic. 5 people? Really? Yours seems more like an uncomfortable eruption than magic to me. I can control it just fine, thanks. I've been doing a great job. Great job screwing up, maybe. You know, I want those two in a buddy cop movie. I need just like a spin-off where it's just Vilio and Zephora. Because they're just so opposite and like they're just besties. You know they're gonna be best friends. Like the enemies to best friends trope. Like,
I now know you two. Even if it was a teeny tiny change, he might see it as a huge improvement, you know. Like when a maiden gets her hair trimmed.
And Ginny is talking about maidens now. Ginny is talking about himself. Compared to before, Calivis could banter with everyone just fine now. He laughed a lot, too. I don't know how you don't laugh with these chuckle fucks around, because I love them. I guess his impatience overshadowed his personality back then. Now we can see his gentle side when he jokes and laughs along with the others. We headed to Kalida's outskirts for practice. Calivis closed his eyes and began to focus.
Today's the day!
He held his hands straight up. Snow! Thick clouds formed over our heads and white flecks danced through the air. It looks just like the stuff from the books! That's snow, right? I love the fact that none of us have seen snow.
I did it!
Calivis, stay focused. You've got to keep... Yep!
Whoa!
Flurry suddenly turned into a blizzard, blocking our view. Can't see anything! Easy now, Calivis. Ask the spirits to stop the snow.
Okay.
Just when my body was growing numb from the cold, The snowstorm finally vanished.
I'm sorry. Are you two okay?
Fine. That's a little chibi CG. It's so fucking cute. Stop it. Oh.
Well, you don't look fine at all.
You're buried in snow.
Huh?
Oh, how about that? Here I was wondering why it got cold all of a sudden. I love how adorable he looks in a pile of snow. It's look at Columbus too. I like the chibi art. I'm glad we get some really pretty CGs, but I also like the little chibi ones. They're fun. How are you this laid back about it? You're also covered in snow, aren't you? Cute. Ugh. No matter how hard I tried to get out, the snow had piled so high I couldn't move.
Sorry, maybe I could get you out with fire magic.
I'd rather you didn't. I'm weak to fire.
But
this snow is so fluffy. I can't believe how heavy it gets when it piles up. This is really interesting. I guess this is a first for all of us, huh? Sure is. I like how Pajali is just like, this is fun. To be fair, it's snow, like, so it is actually water, so he's like, oh, this is nice. We basically just, Calivis, you just need to make him a little cloud that rains on him all the time, just like Elsa did for fucking Olaf, so he always has snow on him. So he can, like, walk around and always exist. That's what we need to do for Pashalia. We need to rip a page out of Disney's book, but secretly so they don't sue us. My body relaxed when I saw how much Pashalia was enjoying himself.
I shouldn't have gotten distracted when the snow started falling.
Hey, I turned that frown upside down. I still consider this a success. Did make snow, even if it was a tad too much. I just practice some more and get your power under control so you can release those pretty snowflakes again. Like how it started today. They're so lovely. I'm sure the audience will be thrilled to see them.
I'll give it my best shot.
Calivis's mishap had sent him into a panic, but thanks to Pashalia, he recovered right away. This is a sign of progress, too. Achoo!
Oh!
Oh, we caught a cold because we're cold and wet. Like, that's not how viruses and germs work, guys. Calivis helped me out of the snow with his fire magic and dried my clothes off. The heat drained Pashalia, so he had to drink some water. No fire really gets to him, but was he always this weak? I didn't recall him suffering this much when we were in Ferris. He's getting weaker, that's the thing. You know what I mean? His power's waning.
Are you okay?
A little rest, I'll be right as rain. Hearing that, I suddenly remembered we'd brought a basket of food with us. Shall we break for lunch? I made us some sandwiches. My homemade sandwiches were chock full of Pashalia's favorite vegetables. I put all kinds in there. Seasoned carrots, green leaf lettuce, potato salad, broccoli, tomatoes, and corn. Okay, who the Listen. I mean, I know people get, like, the veggie subs and shit at places, but, like, seasoned carrots, lettuce, potato salad. Potato salad isn't a vegetable. I mean, potatoes, sure, but, like, when you put it in potato salad, that's a side dish, not something you put on a sandwich. Although now I want to make potato salad and put it on a bun, because that seems fucking weird, but also, like, who doesn't like bread? Well, it seems a little excessive. Broccoli, tomatoes, and corn in a sandwich. All these things are fun. I mean, tomatoes and lettuce. Sure, I guess putting carrots on a sandwich, depending on the sandwich, and, like, not something that I've ever done, but, like, I could see it, fine, but... And maybe broccoli? I don't know. Broccoli's not my favorite. I don't hate broccoli, but I don't love broccoli. I like raw broccoli, like, in a dip or something. I'm not a huge fan of cooked broccoli that much. And I don't know if I want broccoli on a sandwich. I guess it was raw broccoli. But again, broccoli and carrots... are not normally things I would put on a sandwich. Potato salad, definitely not! Like, it's weird, because you can make egg salad. You make, although, tuna salad, technically, but I just call it tuna. We never had, when we were kids and it was a tuna fish sandwich, it was tuna salad. We never called it tuna salad. But, anyway, chicken salad, whatever. Yeah, you put those on a sandwich, sure. But like potato salad is like, that's a side. That's different. It's like macaroni salad. That's a side. That's not. It's also not technically a salad because a salad should be like lettuce and vegetables based. This is, I mean, I guess this is a salad sandwich with so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't know. I opened up the basket to show them.
Wow. Love the colors you chose. And you made so many. You made all these yourself, Spacey?
Yep, I was busy promoting our show in the city.
Amazing.
I was happy to see them get so excited about my sandwiches. Yeah, I know, because it's the weirdest fucking sandwich.
Let's dig in. This is great. Thanks so much, Spacey.
I'm glad it suits your palate. Eat as much as you like. Guess he's feeling better now? Glad I made these. Pashalia stared at the sandwich in his hand. It'd have been a lot of work to prepare all of this, right? It's literally a bunch of vegetables. Don't know. Pashalia seemed a little apologetic, so I told him it was a lot of work. I had fun. I'm sure it's I had fun. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, it must have been so hard making these. Yes, it was. That's what you want when you want to guilt someone. You don't want to guilt him. I had fun. Good. I had fun making them, so it didn't feel like work.
It makes sense. You're a good cook.
Well, there's that, but I didn't feel tired at all since I was too busy picturing how much you'd enjoy it. It was worth it. You look even more pleased than I imagined.
So you thought of me while making this. I'm flattered. I guess cooking is truly an expression of love. This is really delicious.
It is an expression of love, my love for you. I agree, but hearing him say that is so embarrassing. I felt Calivis's eyes on us. He had stopped eating. This is very reminiscent of when we made sandwiches and lunch with Ion, and he was also like, "Are you guys in love?" And we're like, "What? No?" And he's like, "Yeah, okay." Please. I may have been in a coma for 10 years, but I ain't stupid. What's wrong, Calivis?
Oh,
Fidgeted for a moment, then continued in a tiny voice. It's gonna be the same. Fuck, he's gonna say something similar that he did to the first one.
You two are really close, huh?
Look at his little smirk! Huh?
If you want, I can learn a spell that'll bless your marriage.
Bless our what? Excuse me? My face turned redder than our tomato slices. You've got it all wrong. I rushed to deny it, glancing at Pashalia for help. We're just friends, right, Pashalia?
Oh, yeah.
I like how he just wasn't even paying attention. Pashalia simply munched on his sandwich, completely unfazed. He's like, yeah, whatever she said. I said we're getting married. Yeah, sounds good.
You're not supposed to tease girls, Calivis. Especially because blessing one's marriage is... It's a very important ritual.
The heat in my cheeks cooled as I noticed Pashalia looking downcast. Aw, is he sad because wait, I thought he was just totally oblivious to what was happening. But he's more like, yeah, no, we're just friends. Now he's sad. Aw, we hurt his little feelings.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's fine. Come on, eat more. The sandwiches are really good. All right.
Take your time. No need to hurry. I struggled to keep calm and act like my usual self after that. As I filled our cups with water, I forced the corners of my mouth to lift into a smile. Like, we're just friends. And he's like, ugh. Oh, my heart. That night, I couldn't fall asleep no matter how hard I tried. I'd been staring at the ceiling for hours. Did I annoy him? That it? Did he say that because marriage isn't a word to be used lightly? Then again, it's not like there's anything going on between us, so I guess his reaction was normal. Was it really, though? I love the instant, like, his reaction is normal. Was it? I'm sure it was. Are you sure, though? Like, this is literally how your brain works, like, ping-ponging thoughts back and forth. I love it. They did a great job with this. I couldn't stop thinking about our exchange during lunch, and it only got worse because I couldn't see his face during practice.
Hey, are you okay? do you keep sighing like that?
What? You heard me?
Loud and clear.
Ugh, sorry. Didn't mean to wake you.
It's fine, girl, but, is this about Pashalia?
It's fine, girl. Don't know why that coming out of Rady's mouth is so funny. Everything he says is kind of amusing. Huh? How did you?
You think I'm an idiot? Well, you've been joined at the hip forever, bud.
Ugh.
You like him, don't you?
I love the way, like, the Rady sprite looks. Like, he's got the narrowed eyes, like, yeah. Like, the look is so perfect. I shook my head in a panic. No!
Oh, so you haven't realized it yet.
I could feel the tension leaving my body when I saw Rady's smug face, as if he were telling me, ain't no way I got it wrong. I'd always been like that. Couldn't hide anything from Rady. Not really sure. I find him attractive, but my feelings get all jumbled when we're together. Once I started talking, I couldn't stop. I like how we're confiding in Rady, even though he's gorgeous. Maybe I've been yearning for someone to listen. I don't know how you could tell any single person in this camp that you're in love with someone else other than them. Literally, everyone. Okay, except for Calivis, he's a child. But, like, even the furball, you're like, I don't care. You're a hot boy when you age up. So, like, when you turn into a person, you're a hot guy. So, like, fluffy little furball, sexy man. Like, but all of our boyfriends in this camp, it's like, yes, but also I'm still in love with you. Don't get me wrong. This is man harem. This is my circus harem. Like, I'm happy here. We should just all get one big tent together, okay? That would make things awkward. Everybody gets individual tents. Maybe I've been yearning for someone to listen. Shelly is kind, but his kindness isn't exclusive to me. He's really nice to Calivis, too. And, well, I don't know how to put this, but whenever I feel like I'm getting closer to him, it's further away.
What the heck is that?
I don't know. So happy when I heard we'd get to travel together again. Yet I understand him less on this trip than I did during our first one.
Sure you're not just in your own head.
No, different now. I spoke without hesitation. Still, I couldn't quite pinpoint what it was. Before, whenever we were together, I had a blast. I was so happy. My heart felt warm, comfortable. That had changed. I'd been feeling anxious, even though we had so much fun today. I didn't know why I felt that way, and it bothered me a lot. How about you, Rady? You think Pashalia has changed?
Why asking me? I hardly even look at that guy. Like, what? You think I'm attracted to all the men here? And I might be a little bisexual?
I think so. We all are. Well, okay, I'm totally straight. Everybody here is bisexual. Wait, what? My boyfriends have to be boyfriends with each other. It's just the way it works out. Brady groaned, sounding like he was at his wit's end.
All I know is that you're head over heels for him.
Is that so? Brady looked so done with me. He let out a big sigh.
Remember what Spiria said before we set off? You tend to repress your feelings a lot. Well, now you traveled the world and experienced all kinds of things. Isn't this a good time for you to be more honest with your feelings?
Feelings? But
listen to my sage advice, I
like how he says,
Nothing's gonna change if you don't do something. No matter how many years, decades, or even centuries pass you by. Even the circus shtick of ours will soon come to an end. You gotta make your move if you want your wish to come true.
Gosh.
What do you really want? Give it some thought, okay?
Okay. With that, Rady jumped back into his hammock. I really enjoyed my time in circus. Being with everyone was a blast, and yet, what do I really want?
By the way, that Pashalia dude's been slipping out at night lately.
He has? I turned over to the hammock, but Rady was facing away from me.
Do whatever you like with that information, but don't stay up too late.
Silence fell in the tent after that. Rady is a really good wingman. Thanks, Rady. I sent a silent thank you to the sleeping critter in the hammock and climbed out of bed. To make my move, I left the tent without turning back. There's no one here. Guess it's fine if I go take a peek around our practice grounds. I snuck away from the tent, trying to be as quiet as possible. It didn't take long before I found him. Spacey, what are you doing at this hour? It's not safe for a lady to wander around alone at night. I was searching for you. There's something I want to talk to you about. Shelley's eyes opened wide. Maybe he'd picked up on the fact that I wasn't my usual self. Bothering him? Even if I was, I wanted him to indulge me. His reply came in a faint, hushed voice. Sure, not too long. The others will worry if we come back too late. Thank you. We can have a cute little CG of us sitting together, kind of like we did. Not yet, obviously. Okay. But, like, I'm just saying, like, it's very, it sort of similarly works out. Like, you're having a little picnic, and Calivis is like, are you guys, like, in love? And you're like, what? No. And then you have this little moment at night where you're kind of talking to each other. I don't remember this happening as early in Ion's route, but actually, no, it had to have. Because afterward, most of his route was him being kidnapped and us trying to free him and all that stuff. So, yeah, we kind of had to have this little, like, not really like, I'm in love with you, but it was kind of like, you know, we had that moment. I didn't know where to start. I kept thinking of how best to broach the subject as we took a walk around the area, but in the end, I just blurted out what was on my mind. Oh, well, that works. I feel like you've been acting different. Not how I thought that was going to go, but sure. What? Ever since we left Arthiers, something's felt off. You seem distant now, and I'm not sure why. Distant? Just look at you now. What are you doing alone in this place? Well, has me thinking. Maybe you actually don't want to be with us this time around. Shelley opened his mouth to speak, then decided against it. So it's true? Anxiety gripped my chest and tears pricked at the corners of my eyes. That was when he finally broke his silence. I'm not opposed. I'm not against it at all. In fact, I wish we could keep going on forever. I wish we could keep going on and on forever. Good God, I can't read. I love being a part of Circus, traveling with you and everyone else. His lips widened into a beaming smile as if he were giving me a glimpse of something he treasured. But then, why? Look so sad. I might have been a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe that's why I seemed strange. I thought we were going to part ways after our show in Arthier, see. It saddened me, but I was prepared for it. But it turned out that show wasn't our last. Keep going like we are now. I assumed I was dreaming. I thought maybe when I woke up I'd find myself alone in my bed. Afraid to sleep because of that. So I ended up staying awake all night long. First, I couldn't believe it either. I thought I was dreaming too. I didn't laugh because I could relate to him. But Vishalia, not afraid. He winced when I said that. Everyone's here with me. I know that when I wake up I can still see them, say good morning, and banter with them. I think you're afraid it might be nothing but a dream. It's as if... I hesitated, chewing over my next words. You're all alone. Not you're a child, it's you're all alone. Yeah. Woo! I am doing so good at picking the Pashalia answers. It's as if you think you're all alone. Was that why you looked so sad? Before responding, Pashalia took a deep breath. I see. He offered a tired smile. Never intended that way, but if you say so, I am. Don't you think I'm being rude, though? Only even when I'm with everyone. Yes. Upset. Not at all. I'm just worried. We're so close. You could have told me you were feeling lonely. Yeah. His smile didn't reach his eyes, which still swam with sorrow. Sorry. Apology tumbled from his lips. The fact that I'm afraid of what we have now, it proves I'm more of a coward than you are. That's like a weird backhanded compliment. Like, I'm more of a coward than you are. Are you calling me a coward? Supposed to be having a moment. You think? Never once considered you a coward. I've seen how bold you could be. I was just pretending to have it together in front of you. I mean, I'm a man. I'm older than you, too. But deep down, a total coward. I can't even sleep out of fear that the end will come one day. You say the end, but before I could argue, Pashalia slowly shook his head. But don't worry, this is just a bad habit of mine. I've always been a pessimist. Nevertheless, journey continues. He's still hiding something. Yeah, Brady told me the same thing. The thing is we found out Ion. Well, in the middle, it's interesting because actually in the middle of the common route, we found out Ion was a gladiator slave. We found out that Zephora was the Labyrinth Sentinel, or should be. You know what I mean? So we kind of know their big thing. Pashalia, we found out nothing. And now we kind of know something is going on with him, but like even with Ion, when we got into his route, we already knew, okay, the ring is missing and it could control you. You know what I mean? We knew that. So, because it was like, no, he can't go with you. So we kind of already knew what I don't want to say twist, but you know what the main point of drama was going to be in his route. Oh, that ring can control you, and we're bringing the prince along, and for some reason we let you and the prince be together when we really should. You know what I mean? But you weren't going to kill the prince. You were just, Evie wanted to brand the prince and control him. So I guess that works smarter than my thought process. But, you know, so we kind of knew what the moment was, and that was in the common route. Oh my god, you were a gladiator slave. And then the other moment was the, oh my god, the ring can control you. Okay, I see how this is going to go. We still don't know what's up with Pashalia. You know what I mean? Like, I find it interesting that for a character that's one of the first three you can do, he's got the, like, obviously Rady's got an air of mystery around him. What's going on with that? Purposely hide that because he's a locked route. Vilio obviously has got some shit but locked route. That's why they're kind of hidden. But for the ones that are like the first ones you can do, it's interesting that Pashalia is this point in his route and you still don't know what his little moment is. What's your little secret? You know what I mean? Anyway, Brady told me the same thing. One day Circus will part ways. Yet, even if our journey comes to an end, we can meet again as long as we're still alive. I'll come and see you, I promise. You said the magic words, we're still alive. I still think he's dying. Yeah, you're right. He closed his eyes as he said that, as if contemplating something important. A few moments passed, and then... It's too spacey. I'll try not to be so anxious until our journey comes to an end. So don't worry. Wow, he's giving us an angry face. It's sure it's supposed to be a determined face, but it's sort of angry and sexy. You can't give me that face, sir. His voice was unusually powerful, unwavering. I don't know when that will happen, but until that time comes, may I ask something of you? What is it? Until that time comes, stay with me. I want to see you smiling next to me for as long as possible. That is literally like, love me until I die, which is probably going to be in a week. My face turned red when I heard that. So red he could probably see it, even in the meager starlight. I mean, is that a no? Oh, no, it's fine. Totally fine. I quickly denied it to ward off his sad puppy dog eyes. Just when you grab his hand and you look into his beautiful eyes and you're like, no, love to be with you. I promise I'll stay with you. There you go, that's better. I was like, no, it's fine, it's totally fine. That's not really a good answer. That's like, are you just hovering, you know? I'll be by your side. Those were perfect. Shelley had turned to face me head on. Ew. And now he's blushing crimson. Took a step closer. PG time? I'm not moaning. He just gave me a little kiss. I could barely feel it because he'd kissed the hair on top of my head. Stop it! That's adorable and I love it. Kissed me. Again. Seal of our promise, I guess. You missed my lips by a long shot. This feels strange. I kissed you on the cheek before and yet... He's blushing again. This is the best I can do for now. Shalia was as embarrassed now as he was when he confessed that our last kiss was his first. I like the fact that he's just like, that's the best I can do for now. Oh my God, do you actually want to kiss me? He wants to kiss me. I mean, I feel like we kind of guessed that, but that was basically a confession. This one is completely different. Shall we go then? Yeah. We both realized we weren't sure what to do from here, so we tried to play it off. After that, we headed back to the tent. I love this because it is kind of like a little I kind of maybe hinted that I liked him, and he kind of hinted, and I think but I don't know, and it's still confusing. Neither one of you has the balls to tell the other one that you love them. But you're both kind of yeah, I mean, okay, right. It's kind of the way Ions went too. Escorted Spacey back to her tent. Still not in the mood to turn in. Looked up at the night sky alone. Told myself not to make any promises. Feel awful if I couldn't follow through. And making a promise I can't keep is just feeding my ego. But grabbed the water hourglass hanging at my waist. Or how much I hated it. The remainder. Oh, the reminder. Okay, I got very confused. The reminder of what the water meant encouraged me to make that promise as an excuse. Yeah, one being unreasonable. I'm more than aware. I'm gonna regret it, but just a little bit more. Till the very last moment. With her as long as I can. He's so dying. Jesus Christ. Not ready to leave her just yet. The contents of the hourglass flickered momentarily. That must have been her answer. So, the water spirit is inside that hourglass? Or is at least communicating to you through that? I'm very curious about this because he doesn't tell you. I kind of like it. I like the mystery. You kind of knew with Ion's route what was going to happen. It was oh yeah, someone's got the ring and that controls him. And you're like, wait, okay, I see where this is going to go. You could kind of see what was going to happen. Right? And that's fine. I'm not begrudging it at all. Oh, they ruined it. No, I mean, it's part of the plot, so that's fine. And, you can kind of see where Zephora's is going to go. You know it has to do with Balto, the Labyrinth. So you know it's going to do with that. There might be another little twisty thing there, but you kind of saw a lot of it in the common realm. You can kind of guess. But Pashalia is being so shrouded in mystery where you're I'm pretty sure you're dying, but, I don't know that that's exactly what's happening, but there's something mysterious, and yet they won't tell you what it is. Damn, are you ever going to tell us? When it's too late for us to stop loving him. Perfect. Over the next few days, there was loads of hustle and bustle as we prepared for the show, until at last the eventful day arrived. We were blessed with fine weather for Calivis's debut act. Are you not going to change your outfit, Pashalia? I stay behind the scenes today, since Calivis is the star. Looks so adorable. Brown. Just giant fucking collar. You okay, Calivis? You look pale.
I'm good. I've practiced a lot, so there's no way I'll fail, I think.
Calivis looked out at the audience seats, and as more and more people filled in, we had a full house today. His voice betrayed how nervous he was. Snow magic still isn't perfect. Just hope he won't let his jitters distract him. Brady and Zephora, who had been showing the spectators to their seats, finally returned.
Now, shall we lift the curtain on our first show as the brand new circus?
With that, the curtain rose. It was showtime. From the moment the show began, everyone delivered amazing performances, as always. Zephora's storytelling was top-notch. Brady's dancing was perfect. As the hype continued to swell, Calivis's turn came around at last.
Next up, we have your much-anticipated star performer, Prince Calivis. In just a second, you're going to witness a miracle you won't find anywhere else.
Greeted by the sound of applause, Calivis took a spot on stage.
Allow me to escort you all to the miraculous white world.
Calivis managed to say his line through his stuttering. He then held up his hands, conjuring a bunch of clouds overhead. Everything was going just as he practiced. Though he did look pale and his hands were trembling. You can do it! Ashen-faced, Calivis mustered his magic with all his might. The clouds shook, and the precipitation that fell was a torrent of small, solid prisms. The blood drained from my face the moment I saw it. Not snow! I'd seen this a lot during practice. Ice shards, unable to form snow, fell down all at once. At that moment, a man with soft, fluttering hair as blue as water ran past me. Pashalia! Please let me make it. Pashalia jumped on stage, shielding Calivis and the audience with his water magic. Right after that... Ooh! Ice daggers. The icy projectiles peppered the ground.
I'm sorry, Pashalia. I failed.
Don't let this get you down, Calivis. No matter how tough or painful it is, don't give up. You have so much potential. Do not give up.
Okay.
Give it another try, all right? Pashalia gently coaxed Calivis while maintaining his water defenses. Hearing that, Calivis finally relaxed. And then the ice shards let up. Yes. With the danger gone, Pashalia released his water magic. Everyone's gaze was drawn to the clouds above. Fluffy snow was fluttering down to the ground. Snow! He did it! Radiant Zephora, who immediately understood the situation, leapt onto the stage. Cold. So this is what they call snow.
Yeah! Try to reach out and touch it, guys.
I got one! Huh, it's gone. I've read about snow, but I had no idea it looked like this. I love the fact that these people don't know what snow is. I mean, it makes sense, because if you've, lived in a warm climate, but it's just so weird. You know? The crowd gasped in awe, touching the snowflakes and watching them fall. I lived in a place where it snowed a lot. I mean, I lived in Florida, and then I lived in New England, and, I've lived in, drastically different climates, but it is funny, because it's I guess if you lived in Florida your whole life, or you lived in a hotter climate, or whatever, snow would be fucking weird. You're like, snow is weird! But it's just, when you've lived in a snowy climate, then when people are like, snow! What? It's magical. It's it always is magical, the first snow, let's be real. The first snow is always oh, it's so pretty. 2 days later, you're like, I hate everything! Is this over? It gets old fast. The crowd gasped in awe, touching the snowflakes and watching them fall.
Do they like it?
Do. But hey, this isn't the end. Pashalia gave Calivis's back a light pat, and the prince once again raised his hands.
I know.
sparkling droplets of water piled up on top of one another, forming roses. One by one, the petals froze.
As a token of my gratitude to all of you who have come today, I made these. Enjoy the view!
The ice roses that bloomed on stage glowed beautifully. Basking in the glow of the delicate flowers, everyone cheered in admiration. I've never seen something like this before! How wonderful! That's His Highness for you! We have a bright future ahead of us! Amazement, excitement, and joy welled up inside the circus tent. Overcome with emotion, Calivis whirled around to face Pashalia.
Pashalia, I...
Don't ever forget the scene before you.
I won't.
Snow floated down around the gleaming roses. His confidence restored, Prince Calivis bowed to the audience. Lights on the stage were snuffed out amid generous applause, leaving only fragmented sound to signal the end of the show. Despite the earlier mishap, everything went great. We were able to close Calivis's first ever show with roaring success. Pashalia and Calivis exchanged smiles in the darkness. Meanwhile, the others ran backstage. At least, they should have.
Pashalia?
You knew when he ran out and he was, when he was trying to stop, he used the yeah, this, I was like, when he ran out and he made that grunting noise, I was like, I wonder if, like, this is where it all goes down. Where you find out what's the deal. Yep. What? I heard the sound of someone collapsing. Give me a hand, Ion. Zephora spoke in a hoarse whisper as they both jogged back out. Let's carry him backstage for now. Got it. Give me a hand. Ion could, like, literally pick Pashalia up with his one hand and carry him. I could still hear the sound of clapping. Pashalia! I ran up to Pashalia, who'd passed out.
I'll leave the front to me and Rady. You guys take care of Pashalia.
Will do. Pashalia! Hey, what happened here?
I don't know. He suddenly collapsed right after the show ended.
Well, let's put him down first. Okay. I hugged Calivis, who was on the brink of tears. Seeing Pashalia on the floor shook me to my core. Yep, well look, his hand's all cracked! What did I tell you? Like, when he's like drying out. Oh my god, his face even looked like it. Yep, it's seeping up to his face. Is he? Oh my god, and the hourglass, the water hourglass thingy is red now. Oh. He's got some secrets! Oh no. Painful-looking, vein-like cracks had spread across his face and hands. He had those in the baby Pashalia fucking thing. We saw it! I told you! His groans forced their way out from between his teeth. As in agony.
Pashalia!
Pashalia! No matter how much we called his name, he didn't reply. He expressed nothing but pain. Pashalia, you can hear us. Say something. Even when Zephora shook his feet, hands, and shoulders, Pashalia only groaned. His pulse is weak. We need to take him to the doctor. What kind of symptom is this? Suddenly, Pashalia's bizarre condition took a turn for the worse. Little by little, the cracks on his hands and face crawled to other parts of his body.
I asked some staff from the tower to handle the audience from us.
For us.
How's Pashalia doing?
I don't know. I have no idea what's causing this. His eyes look dead. Oh my god. Ginny and Rady had returned, but we were no closer to knowing what was happening. Pashalia! His eyes opened, but he was staring into space.
You're not Pashalia?
Oh. This is probably Vita. Remember the spirit he's contracted with. I said his eyes look different, like, you know what I mean? Well, they look dead. There's no pupil. They're also purple, but... Give him some water, and then take him to the spring in Ruth. What? When I heard a girl's voice, I searched for the source, but there was no one else around other than us. I was trying to do a voice, and I didn't really do one. Whatever, we'll figure it out. The demonic consumption over there is low, so you can still save Pashalia. Hurry up. Time is running out. Pashalia's eyes closed once more after that. What just happened? It wasn't just me. Everyone had heard the mysterious voice just now. We exchanged uneasy glances. If I'm not mistaken, Ruth is Pashalia's hometown, isn't it?
Yes. The one speaking to us just now might have been the spirit who formed a contract with him. I guess we should do what she said.
I agree. At least we know he'll be safer there than if we brought him to some unfamiliar doctor. Got it. Judging by what she said, I figure we don't have much time. Let's get him to the carriage. Hey, how about you leave that to me? I can fly him there in my dragon form. Should be fine, right? This is an emergency. I don't mind this once. Oh, I don't mind this once.
We'll be alright, though. Ruth's real far from here.
I can fly all night long, so it's A-okay. I'm gonna need someone to hold him, though. Ion, you do it. Fly on my back. Understood. Wait, let me come too. Couldn't bear to just stand there and watch. I can't let you do that. The ride will be very rocky and we won't stop to sleep. Know that, but it'll be hard for you to hold him all by yourself. If there's anything I can do to help, then please.
Spacey.
Fine. I'm sure Spacey will be alright. You guys okay with that? Vilio will take care of us. They all nodded in agreement, and that was that. We'll make sure to be there as soon as possible. Once Vilio shifted into his dragon form, Ion scooped up Pashalia and climbed on his back. I followed right after, and then Vilio flew away from the tower. I clasped the charm inside my pocket. We didn't even get him water. Hope your wish comes true. My wish really can come true. Please save Pashalia. I prayed to the crystal with everything I had, even as my heart was nearly torn asunder. This is so sad! Oh, we're chapter 7! What a way to fucking end the first chapter of his route, Jesus. We're about at time. We're a little under, but I think I'm going to stop here so we can have this dramatic, like, guys, this is so dramatic and sad. I knew he was dying or some shit. You could tell something was wrong with him as a child or whatever. And, like, obviously making a contract with the water spirit. Why he did it, what happened, you know, or who Vita really is. Like, what's going on with that, you know, what's, so... Anyway, we'll find out. Maybe. But probably. I would assume that, like, now we take him. The truth's got to come out now, so. But I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.